Hi friends, I want to talk today about turning fractions into decimals. Every fraction has an equivalent decimal, and I'm going to show you how to use math in order to figure that out. So if I had the fraction 3/4, 3 is my numerator and 4 is my denominator. I'm going to go ahead and label this with the words in and out, because sometimes kids forget which number goes inside of my division house and which number goes on the outside. And this helps me remember. So I'm going to put 3 inside my division house, and I'm going to put 4 on the outside of my division house. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to start skip counting fours. And I'm going to start with 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 1 is 4. And I'm just going to keep skip counting because I know my fours. So 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. Okay, and I can look here and I can say, can 4 be divided into 3 without going over? And I look down here and I know that it cannot. So what I can do is I can add a decimal, because this is a 3, and this would stay like in my whole number place, so 3, and I can annex a 0, and I can turn this 3 into, push my decimal up, into kind of like the number 30. So I could almost be working with 30. So I've put my decimal straight up, and now I've scooped out my 30, and I can say how many times can 4 be divided into 30 without going over. So I'm going to look down here, and I see 7 times 4 is 28. So my 7 is on the top here. That's going to go above my 0 because I was working with this whole number like 30. So I'm going to keep, since I worked with both digits, I'm going to put my quotient, the 7, partial quotient, on top of this 0 because I know that 7 times 4 is 28. So that's my next step. I subtract and I get 2. Now, when working with turning fractions into decimals, we're never going to have any remainders. So we're going to have to keep annexing zeros and bringing those down until we equal 0 for anything that would be left over remaining. So I'm going to annex a 0 right here in my dividend. I'm going to drop it down. And now I can say how many times can 4 go into 20 without going over. So I look down here and, I see it right here. 5 times. 5 is on the top. I'm going to put that up in my quotient. And I know 5 times 4 is 20. And I can look right here. I have it. I subtract and I get 0. So therefore, since I have 0, there's nothing remaining. And I know that I am finished with this problem. So 3/4 is actually equal to 0 wholes, because there's nothing in my whole number, and 75 hundredths. Try some of these for yourself.